Hello, my name is Kara Turrentine. I'm from Nashville, Tennessee. I graduated high school during the Columbine tragedy, and now at 40 years old, I continue to watch month after month, year after year, tragedy after tragedy of gun violence in our country. And I spend a good deal of my time helping good people get elected. And no matter what side of the aisle you're on, ideally, when you get elected, you go to serve your community with the goal of making it better. And if that is our purpose, if that is the reason that you serve, that you take the oath of office, if that is what your ultimate um, duty is as an elected official in your town, in your state legislature, in your city council, in your congressional district, if that is what you wake up and think about every day, then the conversation and the discussion and the discourse around gun violence should be really straightforward. Are we doing everything we can as a nation to protect our people? Are we doing everything we can as a country to keep every community safe? Are we doing everything that we can to protect and preserve humanity? And are we doing everything that we can to do everything that we can? And when you move away all of the bias, when you move away all of the political motives, and you just think about the dignity of human life, whether it's young children in Uvalde or Sandy Hook, or if it's a teenager, if it is an adult, whomever it is, there is a dignity in a human life that we have to think about. And if we are focused on making sure that America is strong, that we are free, that we can enjoy shopping in the food markets, that we can visit the movie theaters, that we can go and spruce up at the salon or enjoy a concert with the freedom of just clean air, clean food, clean water, free from gun violence and free to enjoy and experience life together in this country, on this soil. If we are going to enjoy those freedoms, then we have to be willing to do everything we can. And so we are calling on Congress to take a step back from the political motive, take a step back from the donors, take a step back from anything that would prevent you from seeing the humanity and the dignity of the 6 year olds and the 8 year olds and every human life that has been taken by gun violence, to say, are we doing everything that we can? We know after year after year after year, and even in the past few weeks, that there is more that we can do. But those who have accepted the opportunity and the obligation to serve comes the consequence, the responsibility, the expectation that action is the only option. We cannot afford in the United States of America to remain silent on gun violence. We cannot afford to remain silent on moving forward with gun reform. We cannot afford, as the wealthiest and most powerful nation in the world, to do nothing. And with the swiftness and the quickness and the agility that we are able to make so many other decisions that aren't necessarily bound in life or death, we are calling on you to have an urgency, a sense of deep urgency to move quickly, not because it's the midterms, not because we're rolling into 24, but because there is an urgency in a human dignity that requires us to preserve the lives of our people. This is about ensuring not that folks can own military style weapons. This is about ensuring that any type of weapon, that we are doing everything we can to keep those weapons out of the wrong hands. And that it's based on protecting the dignity and the humanity of our people. So those of you who have an opportunity to serve, whether that is on the city level, on the state level, or in the halls of Congress, thinking first about the young people that are going out of their doors every day, not knowing that it could be their very last. This is not a culture that we have to accept in the United States of America. In fact, many of us believe that it's time to move forward on gun violence, just like it's time to move forward on a variety of issues. But this is one that we cannot afford to wait. It's past time and it's long overdue. And guess what? We have an opportunity, and not just an opportunity, but an obligation to do everything we can as a nation to keep our people safe, to keep our freedom, to keep our culture of being able to enjoy the simple things like going to the grocery store, like sending our children to school, knowing that they are going to return home to us safe and sound, knowing that we can go to concerts and the movies, going to dinner, and not have to worry about rapid gun violence and bombs and the threat to our society. That is what we have our wonderful military to do. And we don't need those on the streets of the United States. We need them in the hands of our soldiers, protecting us here and abroad. And we have an opportunity and an obligation. And we are calling on our elected leaders. We have an opportunity and an obligation as responsible gun owners to do the right thing, to be responsible, to be accountable. But we are calling on our elected officials to exercise their obligations, their responsibilities, to respect the American people's expectation that they will do more than nothing. It's not acceptable, and it's past time to move forward on gun legislation in the United States of America. We lift up right now the families that have been affected by gun violence. We honor their sacrifice in this moment, and our prayers and our thoughts, although they are not enough to soothe all of the hurt that these families are dealing with, we honor their sacrifice and their hurt and their pain in hopes that real change will happen. And we know that we have an opportunity in the largest, wealthiest, most powerful country in the world to take a stand on this issue and to create a safe America. Thank you.